Hello there, this is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, talking to you at 2 o'clock on my follow-up Friday. I always get that wrong. I always want to say, talking to you on Tuesday at 2. But today I have another Valentine's card, so I'll wait and see if some people come on. Hello, Cindy. I have a beautiful Valentine's card that we actually made in my Valentine's Day class, card class, and there were some issues with it. So I have a few tips for people. So I wanted to share with you. It's the Always in Your Heart, Always in Your Heart bundle is what I'm using today. I'll turn the camera around and show you all that good stuff, and then give you a couple little tips on making it easier. Sometimes people shy away from some of the dies that are a little bit more intricate, and they have all these little pieces and parts, but you don't have to. I'm going to give you a couple tips that are going to help with that. I'm also using the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder from the Fine Arts Floral. It's Fine Art Floral Suite. I love that embossing folder. Embossing folders are like the best deal. Hello, Chris. Hey, now Chris and Cindy, you can talk because you haven't been here together in class, so you can talk now. Say hey. So anyhow, embossing folders are like one of my favorite tools in my toolboxes here because a lot of bang for your buck. They're relatively inexpensive, and they're just kind of fun. So the other reminder I have is that celebration ends the end of this month. So if there's something that you want, or if you decide that you want to sign up during celebration, that's a great time to sign up. You can get a hold of me about doing that. You can go to stampingjourney.com and join that way if there's a question. And also, you have until the 10th to sign up for the new paper pumpkin that's coming out. Good afternoon, Jean. So you have until the 10th of the month to sign up for the new paper pumpkin, which is going to be absolutely beautiful. It's called Bouquet of Hope, and it's a floral, lovely, it's going to be really fun. I'm so looking forward to getting it so I can play with it and create some different things with it. So with all that said and done, I am going to turn the camera around, and so when I have the camera turned around, I can't see who's on, so I'm not ignoring anybody. Hello to everybody that's watching. Hello, Susie in Florida. Hello, Patty. You're usually on the people that watch later on my YouTube, so thank you so much for sharing and watching, and we're growing like crazy. It's been really, really fun. So let me turn it around. I'm going to show you what we're going to be working with. Hello, Joan. Yay! I'll show you what we're going to be working with, and then we will get this card done, and it'll be snappy doodle and lots of fun tips. Okay, now if I can find the button, here it is. All right, here we go. We're going to go down, go for a little ride here. Ta-da! The girls cleaned up my desk today. It was so exciting. So everything is like in a different, well, it's kind of the same but different. Okay, here it is. So in the mini catalog on page 10 and 11 is the Love You Always suite. And what I'm working with are all of these, the Love You, Always in My Heart stamp set, which comes as a bundle. You can buy it separate, but nobody wants to do that because why would you do that when you can get 10% off and order it in a bundle? And it has 16 different dies. So what I want to tell you about is what I love about the dies for this bundle is that you never use just one flower, right? So this has these little flowers here. There are 2 of each of these little flowers. 2 dies for each of the flowers, 2 for the leaves, and these little leaves. So you have multiple dies for that. Plus, you can cut them out plain, and then you can cut them out with an outline. And this little die cuts out all 3 of the flowers, an outline that can go on top. You can use your adhesive sheets and then put that right on top of your cardstock. Really, really fun. And then this cuts 4 leaves. So this does not match a die. This does not match a die. It's one of those extra things that they put in. And here is, they also have, I love this banner. So they have this lovely banner that folds and kind of pops up off your card. And this is what I'm going to work with today. So I'm going to give you some tips on using this intricate heart die. So let's move this stuff out of the way here for right now. And those who were in class, you know, this is the card. And this was a little challenging putting these little flowers behind here. So we're going to just kind of go over that. This is the embossing folder. The painted texture, it's called painted texture embossing folder. So you can see on the, when I stand up here, you can see it gives it an interesting background. So it's just kind of subtle, like paint, you know, painting on it. I just think it's really cool. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. Here is my, my ingredients here for the card. Now, this is our champagne foil, okay? It comes in a 12 by 12. I think it's 2 sheets for $5. Here's my little flowers. I'm going to lay those out. So there's 2 of each flower, of each of these 3 different flowers. So I'm going to lay those out, put this one out over here, and then here's the other little flower. Here we go. Ta-da! There. Okay, now, one tip is that if you're cutting out this intricate shape, you're using the foil sheets, and they have sort of a plasticky background. So if you've cut out one and you kind of, when you're pulling it away and poking all these little things out, you know that there's sort of a plastic covering. And I'll give you a tip. You can pull that off. So I just kind of separated it with my poker here, my paper pickup tool, and I'm just pulling this off. So also this is the adhesive, things for gluing on works better. So this is kind of a shiny plastic coating that's on there. Take that off, and then you can run it through. I'm going to do that so you can see how easy you can run it through the your cut emboss machine, and it works so much better with less work. I'm all about less work. I also, in that suite, they have these beautiful foil printed, and I just ran that heart right over the top of this, and so that it fits, it's going to fit right in there. So let me show you how easy everything comes falling out when you tear that off. So that's just a little tip here. Here we go. I have something. Okay, so that's pretty shiny. And I'm going to put my die right on there. So I cut it pretty close so that I don't have a lot of waste. I have the layer, the number 1 base, number 2, and then 2 of the number 3 acrylic plates. And I'm just going to go through here one time. Pull that away for now. And here's my die. Oop, the little heart falls right out. So you can do something else with that. And then what I did is I took my, there's a little brush that you can get to go on your pickup tool. So this is the part of it, the pickup tool that would normally have the putty in it and to pick little things up. But I have one that has this brush on it. So that's, you get the brush, and then you get 2 foam pads like this. You get 2 of these. Okay. So when you have your intricate dies, you can see that it's all cut. You can put it on there, use your brush, and just kind of go over it. All these sides are going to just fall right off. There we go. And I just kind of look and see where I still have some shining in there. And you just brush right over the top of it, and everything's just falling out because the bristles are stiff. They just go right in there. Ta-da. Perfect. So that's out, taking that extra sheet off, worked beautifully. So keep that in mind if you're having some trouble with your intricate dies. Just pull the backing off of that sheet and it'll make it so much easier. And then having the right tool, the brush and the foam pad to put a little pressure on it to get that to come off works really good. So that's one tip. Okay, now the other thing is that when you're putting these flowers together, these little flowers go underneath here. So I started out with everybody and I said, I'm going to start with the easy flower, so these little ones here. My banner is going to go straight across here, so I don't need a flower in this spot. Okay, so with having two of them, that works just fine. You can use our the fine tip glue, and what I did is I just laid out my flower here, like that. And I'm going to take a little bit of the fine tip glue. Okay. And here's my flower that I'm going to put it in. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this glue. You don't need a lot. Oops, there we go. Just kind of spread it around. The thing with this fine tip glue is that it dries clear and it's not sticky. So if it goes over a little bit, you don't have to worry about it being sticky. And then I'm laying that there, and I'm just going to go right over the top of it. Ta-da! And I have my flower in place. So I'll do the other one. Let's see, here is over here. And I'm going to do the same thing. Lay my flower in place. Use a little bit of this fine tip glue. A little bit here and there. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay, and then laying it right over the top of my flower. Now it's going to show a little bit in the inside, which is fine because you're going to have your heart over the top of all of that. Okay, the next flower I have, the next easiest flower I have is this one right here. So this flower has what I identify my my dies with. Like this one has this little hump here, and the flower has a little kind of hump here. So this one matches up perfectly, just like that. So I put my flower in place. I have my flower that I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of the fine tip glue on here to hold it in place, and then I'm going to hover it right over the top and pop it right on, like that. Now, the problem comes with the same flower, but you have to then turn your die over because the little hump is going the opposite direction. So you just turn your flower over. So it was cut this side, and there's a curved edge, so you can tell which is the right side and wrong side. So I'm just going to flip that one over, have it right there. Put on my little bit of glue here, there, and just line it up. There we go. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Just like that. Okay. So now I have 4 flowers on, lickety split. That was fast. Now, this one was a little more challenging. There's a flower here and over here. So what I discovered is, I always, again, it's in identifying and kind of paying attention to the shape of the dies and the flowers. This one, I have it, it's a little bit longer side to side, right? Kind of flat on this side. And there's 2 little humps that are close together. That's these 2 right here. So if I line this up, just like that, it's going to line up perfect, and they're going to have a little bit in the inside. So that's okay. So when I'm identifying it, this one the same. There's a big hump on the bottom, 2 little ones on the top. It's going to go side to side, and it'll line up perfectly with this flower. This one was a little bit challenging. After you do it a couple of times, you know, it's like, okay, that works. But now I'm giving you that little tip ahead of time. So don't be afraid to use these or get these, because you can see how easy it is to put it on. So this one goes just like that. There we go. Now I'm going to go down here and do the same thing. Put a little bit of my adhesive on here. It doesn't have to be everywhere. You know, it's enough to tack it down and hold it in place. And, oopsie daisy. There we go. Just like that. Ta-da. All right. Now, perfect. Now, you do want to close this up right away, which can be the hardest thing about using this. And I hold it, and I hold the poker here and just kind of slide it in there. There we go. You want to make sure that that metal piece gets slid inside the tube here. Otherwise, it will clog up on you, and you don't want that. So, and then make sure it's good and closed. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to set that aside for a moment because we're going to stamp for the banner. Now, the words aren't that wide, but this banner has sort of a curve to it. So I did do a 2-inch cut for that, because that way, if I don't get this exactly in the center, you know, I have room to kind of wiggle it around and play with it. So for stamping it, I'm stamping in Mary Merlot. That is the base of my card. So here's my Be My Valentine. So I'm going to just stamp it in the middle here. Oh, that's too light. Let's see here. I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to test it out on my paper here. Make sure I get it nice and dark. Okay. A lot of times with your ink pads, everybody stamps like right in the center. So if you stamp on the edges a little bit more, if it, like this one's been used in class a lot, so you know, you generally just go right in the middle. You'll have a little more, a higher ink concentration on the edges. So let's try this again and see if I can get that better. There we go, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to bring my cut and emboss machine over again. So this is kind of a neat because see that there's a nice little, it's not straight. So let's bring this over again. Hello, Marie. I know Marie, yeah, this is a great, it was a little challenging in class, wasn't it, Marie? But see, it now you would know how to do it. Simple Simon. It would just go together like nothing. So on this one, when I'm lining this up, see how I needed that extra width in there? So I am kind of checking the distance between the sides. There we go. So side to side in here, and also along the top and bottom. There we go. Like that. I think that's good. Okay. So you need that extra width because of the kind of curvy nature of it. I'm going to put that in and run it through. All right, here we go. Get this out of the way again. Here. Okay, so with this lovely die, this punches right out, and it's pre-scored. So there's a little score line here and here. So what I did on the first score line, I just folded it back like that, and then you fold it back on itself, and you get that lovely banner look. So all the way back, and then back on itself, and you get the banner. Ta-da. Okay, let's put the card together. I used this beautiful ribbon, and this is included in that suite, the Love You Always suite. This is a metallic ribbon. I think I have a small one. And so it has this gold metallic on one side, and the other side is like just satin. So you could use it either way. We're adding a little extra sparkle, so I'm using the sparkle side on it. And what I did to put that on is I used glue dots. Let's see here. And let's see. These are my, some of the glue dots came in backwards. So usually the glue dot the dots are on this part of the roll, they're on the outside. So what I did is in the center, I just pushed my ribbon right down onto the glue dot. There we go. And that's just going to hold one in the middle here. Okay, and I'm going side to side. I thought that was kind of interesting to just sort of put it side to side. So that's where I put my glue dot. Excuse me. I'm going to flip that over. And now I'm going to use my pickup tool, because I'm going to take my glue dot and put it where it needs to go. I'm going to fold this ribbon over and just put the glue dot right underneath. To me, that's easier once it's attached to the front. So this one's going to flip over. Let's move it over here. It's going to flip over, and I'm going to stick that glue dot right there. And then if I need to, I can trim these edges just a tad to make sure it doesn't show on the front of the card, because we don't want that. Ta-da, ta-da. There we go. Just a little snip will do ya. There we go. Okay, so that's that. And then I did put it on the base using dimensionals. So where did I put my dimensionals? Here they are. There we go. And I generally put one in each corner. Hello, Malaya. My dog is here. I'm sorry, honey. I'm busy right now. Sorry, Malaya. I know. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand live, Facebook Live. So I usually put one in each corner and then one along each side, just like that. So let's peel those off. Hey, we're almost done with this card. Snappy doodle fast. There. Just throwing those off to the side. Okay, got them all. Okay. And here's my base. Mary Merlot. It's a nice, rich color, I think, to use for Valentine's, and I think it goes well with the ribbons and this set. And this is one of the underutilized colors, I think. This is the, let's see here. Now I lost the name here. This is Sahara Sand. This is Sahara Sand. But I thought it went well with that. Oh boy, I have that on so crooked. Wow. That's because the dog was helping me. I'm going to blame the dog. I'm just going to pull it up for a minute. Straighten that out. Sorry about that. See? It doesn't always go on smooth if I'm not paying attention. There we go. But I can pull it up enough to move it over, center it a bit better. Ta-da. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's pay attention. Let me pay attention here, where I'm going side to side here. There we go. That's better. That's better. There. Okay. All fixed. Ta-da. All right. So now what I'm going to do is glue on my heart. And very easy. All you have to do, you don't have to go into all these little intricate areas. I just put my green glue on my flowers. There we go. And you can put a little bit on the leaf, the bigger leaf if you want. Just, there we go. Ta-da. And we're going to turn it around and put it on the center here. It just fits. I mean, this die just fits on here. So give it a little press. And then I'm going to put my heart down. And again, just a little green glue. And that's going to go right over. You can see where those flowers kind of stick out. It's going to go right over the top of those, because this is cut from the same die. There. And then my little Valentine banner. What I did was I put it on with dimensionals, and I used my dimensional right here. So where it comes together, where the little bend is, I put a dimensional right on top of that, and then one more right in the center, like that. There we go. Alrighty. I know I keep moving this, sorry. Okay. So this is gonna go, and this is the flower that we left blank because this is gonna go right over the top of that flower. So no need to fill that one in. Ta-da! Now we can do the inside, which, did I cut the inside? Yeah, I did, right here. I was like, I don't know, did I? Okay, so the inside had a really nice verse. The best kind of friend is the kind like you. So you could send this to a good friend. Here we go. Try to get this straight. I like the font. I like that it's black letters and then the written U. I think that's kind of cool. And then they have these 3 little hearts together. So I thought, well, that kind of goes right around that one. And then I put it over here. Ta-da! Just a little something extra in there. All right. Hi, Malaya. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry, I can't take you out right now. You're going to have to talk to your dad. Go upstairs and ask Dad. She's like, no, I want my mom. Here we go. You all have fur babies at home, you know that they kind of rule the house. There. Okay. I'm going to put this on the inside. So the tip is, on the foil, if you have an intricate die, peel off that outside, that backside layer. And that's going to make it a lot easier to cut through for your dies. And then getting to know your dies and lining up, knowing the tricks of what they're cutting out, it made this go together much, much easier. So, be my Valentine. That's it. I'm all set. I do have, we do have a monkey cut kit with that. Now it doesn't have the stamp set, but it has all the paper and the goodies from that suite, including the ribbon. This one has and it has the black matte dots, the black and white paper. It has this beautiful foil paper that comes in 3 different colors. So you get a 6x6 of that, of each of the colors, and then it has all the coordinating cardstock, and it has it has one of the little love boxes, love you always treat boxes, and the black and white paper. So lots of good things. You can go to stampingjourney.com if you want to see a layout. There's a picture of the whole layout, but it's just a coordinating product that we make up here to go with your stamping, with the stamp set. So it's paper and goodies and embellishments, not the stamp set itself. I did talk about paper pumpkin. This is the paper pumpkin for next month, Bouquet of Hope, and it looks just beautiful. Look at the envelopes, they're lined, really, really nice. This kit, and it includes enough supplies to make 9 cards with coordinating envelopes. So I just think it's going to be gorgeous. Don't forget to sign up for Paper Pumpkin if you would like to receive that kit. And you could do that on Stamping Journey, going into the Paper Pumpkin and the store. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Here we go. Yes, Malaya. My puppy is waiting here patiently. There she is. Hello, Malaya. Say hi. There she is. She's begging for something. So she's my little hostess with the mostest. She was a rescue dog. She rescued us. And she's my little sweetheart. So whenever anybody comes here, my stampers all know her. And she likes to come down and get pets and make sure everybody's okay. So, hi, Patty. All right, well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got a few tips that will be helpful when you're using your dies. Just kind of play with them and get to know them. The more you use it, the easier it is to put everything together. And you kind of identify the little special sweet spots on putting the pieces together like I showed you with the flowers. So y'all take care. We're supposed to get more snow, and it's kind of crazy weather here. So, oh good, Jean, I'm glad that you liked it. So we are just kind of hunkering down, and I'm going to have Hostess Club this afternoon. So hopefully that all goes well and everyone gets here safely. So have a great weekend. I will see you talking on Tuesday at 2. And then this coming Wednesday will be the first Monkey Cut Kit video. So I think I will do it probably at 2 o'clock, like my Friday and Tuesday videos. And I'm going to be opening the ice cream Monkey Cut Kit. So if you want to see what's included in that kit, go on to Stamping Journey, take a look at it. You can see what's all included. I'm going to open, I have my very own kit. I'm so excited. So I get to open my kit, and we'll stamp some cards and put some things together and kind of play with it, so you can see exactly how wonderful they work. So take care, have a great weekend, and oh yeah, Patty, you can watch later. Oh good. And yep, Patty, Jean, I have your 3x3 cards will be coming out soon, your free kit that you earned, and Patty got hers in the mail. So I'm so glad. You'll have lots of fun with that. So take care, have a great weekend, stay safe, have fun, give somebody a hug. We'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.